This club's about winning trophies. I'm inexperienced in a lot of those things.
3-0. Can you believe it?
Almost lost the cup and you win it. The new European champions, the treble, the dream come true for you.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Football, bloody hell. But they never give in. And that's the winner.
Welcome to the American Red Devils podcast. I'm John.
I'm Alex.
And we are bringing you the best Manchester United news from this side of the pond.
Ooh, sir, it's Europa League magic. It was a 1-1 draw against AC Milan. Scoreline is probably fair considering the fact that United didn't play very well in the first half, had a couple chances for AC Milan to take an early lead, and then Ahmad comes on at half, makes an unbelievable goal out of a great Bruno pass. But then giving it away cheaply, 92nd minute, sir. Sounds like United.
Sir, was it a set piece? I didn't see it.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. Of course, washing to the death. You thought the Ahmad steal it with the no-look header, and then United crumble at the death. But AC Milan, there was something in this game for them. The handball, was it a handball? Was it not a handball? I thought it wasn't. Multiple camera angles. It was kind of a strange when that goal got pulled back. Praying to the VAR gods, benefited United, but I always thought there was a goal in it for Milan in this match.
No doubt. That's what I said. The scoreline is probably fair considering the chances that they had, AC Milan that is, in the first half. United were much better in the second half, but like you said, the Dan James chance was a big one, and I had a feeling we would rue it because AC Milan are always dangerous. This is no Real Sociedad. Everything to play for down in Milan, sir. Tired legs, though, looked like it.
Yeah, but more of the same from United. Coming out slow, defense is sloppy, can't create chances going forward. Obviously, we have injuries. AC Milan have injuries, but in the middle of the park, they were bossing us, sir. They looked way more dangerous. The better organized side, you have to say. We were kind of, I think after you beat a city, you kind of feel like, we're on cloud nine, and it's hard for us to come back to earth in Europa League and really put the screws to a team like Milan midweek. So going into West Ham, we got to be playing better.
I mean, it's going to be more of the same, I would think, even against a West Ham. If you watch the way AC Milan was lining up, they were lining up against us the way a lot of teams have that have made it difficult for us, which is like low block, a lot of people in midfield forcing us wide, which we weren't doing really well today, especially without Shaw. You can see the drop-off with Tejas when he's playing versus Shaw because he's been so lights out, but he
had some good crosses in, and arguably Harry should have that goal, So Telles has some more work to do. I totally agree. Shaw's the main man, but Shaw's got to get a rest too. He can't go down like Rashford with a hammy or something.
And, we have a lot of injuries, and they're growing, and it's because we've been relying on players a lot this season, Shaw included. So you got to rotate, of course. I think it makes total sense to start Telles. I was just saying there is a bit of a drop-off given how high the form has been with Shaw. But I'm not going to put blame there. I mean, I just think they set up defensively. We looked pretty out of sorts in the first half. I think we got it together a little bit better in the second half and then just gave them one back.
No, it's just the classic United. Just moments of brilliance are going to win us the game. We can't orchestrate chances. Flat-footed going forward. Can't pass through the line, sir. Really difficult stuff. And tough to watch for fans. People are fuming online on Twitter during the match. It's just a tough one.
No, it is, and people are going to be pissed. But you know what? I think it's not an unfair scoreline. They're a solid team. Obviously, United need to play better, but this is United. This is the United we've come to expect to a certain regard, sir. The highs are high, the lows are low. It was a goal, kind of like the goals we've been talking about, right? Individual brilliance. Great ball from Bruno. Unbelievable header from Ahmad. No look. That boy's got talent. Just like seeing it, but otherwise a little choppy, a little slow. Midfield wasn't great. Couldn't pass that well. And then shutting off at the end of the game to give up a goal when you shouldn't be. Obviously, no one wants to see that.
Yeah, and then Dino with the soft hand. That's one De Gea gets, right?
I don't know. Maybe. It was like split reaction. He didn't have a ton of time to react. Maybe vintage De Gea, but this is not vintage De Gea. So I think at the moment, we got to figure out who is the goalie to lead us forward. Dino's been playing well. I don't think put all the blame on him is necessarily fair.
No, absolutely. It's one of those where how can you beat City and then you turn around and you have a pretty injured Milan side that's just there for the taking, and they almost outwork us, sir. It's just The mentality. Mentality.
It's a building process, and you can see from United, it's been like the highs, and then we can't keep that going. Right after the Leeds game, after the Southampton game, there was always a letdown, and I think to be expected to a certain extent. I think we're starting to get crushed with injuries. The fact that we can't rotate, that the players that have been waiting there, ready to go, and wait for their moment, like the Donnies and the Matas of the world, are just unavailable, and then add insult to injury by Martial being on top of that list with Rashford. So that list is getting thick.
No, and at the worst time, sir, we're talking about pushing on for a Europa League title, trying to win the 21st title, sir. It's pretty far out of reach after City spanked Southampton. Southampton didn't do us any favors. I thought there was a chance, sir. You're saying there's a chance we can win that title.
I'm not saying there's a chance. I was, but I think City... They were, great win against them. I'd rewatch that game all day. United played terrific, but City are in terrific form, right? As soon as they lost, they cobbled together a new 11 and just smoked Southampton, who are in, shit form, to be honest. But that's what champions do, unfortunately.
Sir, lots to talk about this match. A lot to break down for a 1-1. A lot of different storylines for Manchester United. Manchester United fans, frustration, joy in the Diallo finish. But still, overall, kind of what do we take from it? Not much, because we play them again in their house, and it's for all the marbles. Sir, quick PSA for the podcast. You want to support the American Red Devils. We are for fans, by fans. We believe in independent fan content. And if you want to support us, you can do so via Patreon. Visit our Patreon page, www.patreon.com/AmericanRedDevils. We don't have any ads on this podcast, and we want to be directly supported by you, the fans. We don't want any sponsorships, Ed Woodward, Maui Jim, people getting in on this podcast. We just want it to be giving that biased fan take from the couch. You want to support us, there's 4 tiers, anything from $1 a month to $20 a month. Check out our Patreon page. And shout out to Heather Marie. She became a Patreon supporter this week. Big ups, all the Patreon supporters, sir. We have to give them a big shout out because you help keep the lights on here in the bunker, support the efforts for independent fan content supported by fans.
It wouldn't be possible without the Patreon members seriously keeping the lights on. So if you are a fan of the American Red Devils and you want to keep us going, keep the lights on as we mentioned, please join up. There are a lot of different levels from $1 a month to $20 a month with all kinds of gifts that you get and benefits as well. So check us out. Another way to support the pod is to buy some merch. We're getting more and more every day, sir, and a lot of it is very, very fresh, including the new beanie that I'm wearing with the Stan Chow design logo. I don't know if it's cold enough where people are living these days to wear it, but right now it's
cold
feeling
enough in
very
the bunker.
nice.
It's cold enough in the bunker with no heat, so the beanies are amazing. We got blankets coming in the store as well. We got posters, sir, all with that great artwork from Stanley Chow and our new American Red Devils badge logo, sir. We absolutely love it, and we're stoked. Also, check out our website, www.americanreddevils.com. We have amazing blog content for fans, by fans, sir. I posted up my Glazer greed article, reposted it, sir. I broke down how the Glazers make money from their stock on the New York Stock Exchange, exactly how they're doing all these equity offerings and all the cash goes into their pockets, nothing into the club. Classic Glazer shenanigans there. And sir, tell them about iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews are a terrific way to support the pod without spending any money. And the best way to do it is write a 5-star review. If it has some cheeky banner, even better. And then send a screenshot to americanreddevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, and we will get you some free Stanley Chow design stickers. Sir, drop that beat.
Hans and Franz, where you at? All right, sir, you ready to break this down? That's right. Manchester United won, AC Milan won in the Europa League round 16, the first leg. Sir, 2 Titans of Europe, former Titans playing on Thursday night. It was one of those matches, sir. Could the mighty Manchester United just put on a spectacle? That looked like a preseason spectacle. What do you make? Let's jump in that 11. Henderson in net. World number 2, Telles at left back, Maguire Bailly center back pairing, Wan-Bissaka on the right, McTominay, Matic midfield, Martial on the left, Fernandes in the hole, James on the right, and Greenwood up top, sir. What do you make of that lineup?
There weren't a ton of surprises when the starting 11 came out. Given the amount of injuries that we have, there just aren't that many players to choose from. So, good to see Bailly in. Obviously, we got to rotate with Lindelof. Maguire, who else? Just keep playing them. And Tellus finally giving Shaw a blow. Matic getting some time. But otherwise, that 11 is going to pick itself because ain't nobody else left.
Yeah, attacking is getting pretty thin. Glad to see James and Greenwood. I mean, James is undroppable right now. And the Matic McTominay midfield, El Pastor getting a rest. So I thought this was enough to do it, sir.
You would hope so. But this is a strong AC Milan side, at least in reputation. You know, they are second in Serie A, but United didn't do themselves any favors with the way they came out of the game.
Sir, jumping in that first half, we started sloppy. There was no energy. And, could you imagine playing Old Trafford without energy?
No, I can't, but usually there's fans in that stadium, so it's a little bit easier to get up. Hold on, sir. So if you want to blame the boys for not getting up for it, maybe it was this Hans and Franz beat right before they kicked off that did it. But
sir, wait till you hear the remix of the Europa League theme
please
song.
Don't do it to us. Don't do it to us. I mean, this is United. This is the United that we've all grown to love. Unfortunately, is that we have a tendency to come out a little slow, a little sloppy. We're not even getting pressed that high by AC Milan, but we couldn't pass to the midfield at all.
But here's when is this systemic? I can say probably right now, more games. We've played more games starting slow, bad defense, not creating chances than we have games where we started fast, created a lot of chances. I mean, this seems to be who we are right now, at least on this run.
Well, sometimes we could turn it around, right? We start slow. I thought we certainly played much better in the second half than we did in the first, but we don't get to second place. There's still a lot to do, and obviously that's not where we want to be. We want to be first by always playing poorly. But today, I think you have to admit, it's like the games have not stopped since, December? We've had a game every 3 days, so I think injuries are piling up. The boys gave it their all on Sunday.
Excuse me.
You on a Manchester United pod in 2021 where the Glazers own us, or we're going to be making excuses.
But it's something when I see McTominay and Matic on the ball and none of the players in front of them are moving, no one's trying to get open, and there's nothing doing. I just don't see the energy required for us to play the game the way that we need to play it, sir. So who do you blame? Is it just the players are tired? Is the coach not telling them that they should be making these runs or finding the space? Because you watch. We play man shitty, sir. And it seems to me when someone has the ball, there's 3, 4, 5 options. People making runs, going into space. They kind of know what's going on each wing. What's the best way to play? With United, it looks like a lot of people looking up, hey, what should I do? And that is the problem with the chances. Now, the defense, it is what it is to this point, right? It hasn't been bad in the last run, but the scoring, the chance creation, the energy and attack, the slow movement of the ball, sir, that is what is creating these 0-0s, these tough games. We're not moving the ball fast enough. There's not enough movement in front of the ball, and we're not creating chances. And that's been happening the last 10 games.
No doubt. I think it's probably been the reliance on Bruno Fernandes, not having Paul Pogba as a backup, not having Donny as an option that you could rotate with. I have to imagine it's matches, sir, but I don't know if you want to break down this first half. Talk about some of those lack of chances.
That is the first half. I mean, 5th minute, Milan scores, but the striker was offsides. 8th minute, Martial with a nice touch and a shot after a good ball from Tellus. That was probably one of the highlights of the first half. 11th minute, AC Milan score a screamer, but VAR taken away for a handball. This came off a throw-in. A lot of defenders looking, McTominay looking, Matic looking, sir. Great finish. I think this should have stood.
No, I think we definitely got a little fortunate here. It was hard to kind of tell the difference because the angle wasn't perfect in terms of seeing if it did hit his ball. They did seem to think it, so that's what you pray to the VAR gods for. You get one of those, but this has got to be a United wake up time. Wake up, and we just not certain we did wake up.
It kind of rode up. I think it came off his hip, but then you couldn't really tell. Maybe VAR had a different camera angle, but to me, initially I thought handball. And then after a few more replays, Paul Scholes scores goals. He said it was a handball. He said we got lucky on the BT Sport halftime. 26th minute, another good chance for Milan, but Bailly gets a block in. United with nothing doing going forward. 31st minute, Dino saves. United holding on. And then 38th minute, Bruno flicks it across from a corner. Maguire at the end of it, but somehow doesn't get it over the line. Unbelievable, sir. This one, he's got to score. What's wrong with Harry Maguire?
Yeah, I don't know. He does things mostly right on the defensive side, but sir, he can't seem to score on the broadside of a barn. Hit the broadside of a barn. This one, I don't know why he's trying to hit it. You just run into it. I think one of the commentators on CBS All Access, I don't like those streaming platforms, literally just running into the goal, and that's probably right. You just guide it in.
So
you don't need to kick
give
it.
You a little thrust with the hips there. Harry Maguire puts in the net.
Push the ball in.
I mean,
whatever it takes, as long as you don't use your hands.
So if you see the deflection, would he hit it off the inside of the bar and then it skyrocketed straight up? It went from his shin
to the post and then out. Yeah,
it's like you can't make. That's the one thing about Harry Maguire. The more he has these these amazing chances and can't score, he's due. Right, Harry's just due. You can count him. Like he should have
twice
five. I think 5 times the goals. He could easily have.
He doesn't have that many, so it's not hard to have.
No,
5
but that's
times.
what I'm saying. He could easily have 8 goals for Manchester United this season based on the chances he's had. It's unbelievable. Dunk headers. This one you could put in there, but he's due, so he's going to score, right? It's just XG piling up, sir, and he's going to eventually convert, right?
I mean, I was thinking watching this game, I was like, it's time for Ari header. He is due. This wasn't a header. I think he just
No, but he misses the headers. He should.
Yeah, I agree. But this is kind of sums up just how he's been doing on that side of the pitch. It's just like close but no cigar. He's in the right place and he just can't get it quite right.
No, but how many times is it like cross into back post, Harry header, pull back, nothing doing? Like how many times does he find open header, can't hit the target? This is another one, and he should be scoring, should be assisting, should be getting these stats on the stat sheet. He's due, sir. That's what you just say. Harry's due. He's getting a lot of criticism online. Fans are frustrated. We totally get it. Like you think of a Chris Smalling. Chris Smalling doesn't have as many scoring chances as Harry Maguire, but he had more goals. He had a knack for scoring headers.
And when we signed Harry Maguire, he was scoring a lot of headers for Leicester and a lot of goals for England as well. You want to see it. He has in his repertoire, sir. I just think there's something going on right now, and he just can't quite make that breakthrough. And, sir, we paid £80 million for him. We're sticking with him. He is a solid defender, and eventually he's got to come due.
Yeah, $80 million. You expect some goals from a center back, $80 million, sir. But jumping in, that was first half. What do you make of it?
No, it obviously wasn't good enough. I'm sure Ole would have said the same to the boys. The energy wasn't good enough. We weren't pressing them high enough. We weren't being clean enough with the ball. We were just sloppy with it, giving it away too easily, giving it away too cheaply. I imagine he would have wanted to change most things, sir. It was not a vintage performance in the first half by any means.
So coming out, second half, Amad Diallo comes on for Martial. That's probably injury related, sir. Did you see Martial hopping off?
I didn't, but Ole is not big on the halftime subs, even though he probably should be. Should use it more when he needs to and he has the option to with, plenty of bench. But when I saw Ahmad coming on, I figured, Martial's injured.
Sir, when you're a youngster from Manchester United, you get bought for a lot of money from Atlanta, and you come on in a game like this and we need a goal. You might as well. 50th minute.
Through the foul. Now might be something in here. Oh, it's brilliantly finished. Ahmad in behind the Milan defence to backhead the ball in for his first Manchester United goal. Milan caught out. It came from nowhere. And a landmark moment in the career of the teenager. It's Bruno Fernandes with the chip that was measured to perfection. And Tamori all at sea. Ahmad kept his focus on the ball all the way onto his head, and what a clever finish it is. Not even looking, he just knows where the keeper is, knows where the goal is. And against the run of play, it is Manchester United 1, Milan 0.
Unbelievable. Just watching it again, it's just what a finish, sir. What an absolute finish.
Yeah, what a great goal from Ahmad, his first for Manchester United. You would have loved for it to be in front of a packed house. So the more the closer we get to hopefully having some fans back in Old Trafford, it makes you realize that like a moment like this, you get that goal for the youngster. I don't know. I don't think United are slipping this lead.
Totally. And that's, look, we talk about the excuse factory all day. Chugga, chugga, chugga. We got plenty of excuses about Manchester United this season. But something about this game, when everyone said, oh, the fans in the stands, it totally matters when they're playing. Something about this game without the fans, it's like AC Milan, Manchester United. It's like,
European nights, even though it's the poor man's version of it with Europa League.
It would be packed. This is a fixture that there'd be 70,000. It'd be rocking, and I don't think you would have seen the game we saw in the first half, at least. Tired, slow, sloppy United. I think when the fans are in the stands and there's that you have the extra edge, especially when you're tired. Like you said, it's valid that they're tired, but I don't think they're playing like a preseason friendly when they're 70,000 on a European night at Old Trafford.
And I think that might, we are making excuses, but that's what we do sometimes, sir. That could be an explainer for why we started slow this season. You're playing a lot of matches, and you're also like, you often need the atmosphere and the intensity of Old Trafford to kind of get up for a match a little bit. You don't want to say that that's what you have to need, but hey, it's a big change. It's a big change to not have any fans in a 75,000 person stadium.
I felt it. And your point, like if Ahmad scores this goal in front of 70,000, a place is unreal, and we maybe go on push to score another, because I think that. I've never played in front of 70,000 Old Trafford. I can only imagine that would get you going. That would get your blood flowing, a little bit.
It would. And totally, but it also would keep you like on your toes in the dying moments, because United fans know.
I don't know about that.
No, dude, I think so. A little bit.
Whatever we're doing on marking set pieces, bro.
We got to do better.
And I'll tell you what, that's going to help you going forward. I don't know if it's going to help you with the zonal marking on set pieces here. 58th minute, Dino with another decent save. Good game for Dino so far. 64th, Milan with their best chance of the half, but the player heads it over. 72nd, James, golden opportunity. Nice interplay from Greenwood and Ahmad. You love to see the interplay. James was a little behind it, sir.
He was a little behind it. This was certainly harder to get a hold of than the Maguire chance in the first half. But in form, danger, it probably wasn't his best day today, but it wasn't the United team best day either. But if he got that goal, that would have certainly helped.
But we're also talking about, again, United not playing necessarily well. Should have scored 3. Should have scored 2 at least, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And, Milan maybe 1 or 2. 73rd minute, triple sub, Williams, Shaw, and Fred for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Bruno, and James. Get them some rest, whatever rest we can get ahead of West Ham. Sir, I thought we had it locked up. We're cruising. Up 1-0. No problem. 92nd minute.
Goalwood, it's in! It's Simon Kjær who's headed home! Manchester United switch off for 1 crucial second, and it's cost them big time. Simon Kjær has headed his first goal for Milan. The Danish defender, who joined from Sevilla, just peeled away from the crowd. There he is, getting to the front of the queue. Nobody went with him. And what a good header it is. He steered this.
Yeah,
Henderson got a hand to it, but not enough.
You got to, watching the replay again, that's on Hendo. It's like he eyed it, followed it in. He had the chance to palm it, weak hand, missed it. De Gea saves that, sir.
No, he does. He does. He might have given them, he might have been trying to play out of the back and just hand them a goal early in the game if he was playing.
True.
But you're probably looking at it now again. Yeah, I think De Gea probably gets his hand on that one.
So that was it. It was 1-1. They get the away goal. We're going to their house, sir. The San Siro. It's full of shit. If you haven't heard that song, you should learn it. How are you feeling going into the next match here?
Not great. I would have loved to go in with a 1-0 lead, because, that's what you want to be. You don't want to ship an away goal. But you have to admit that, like, given the way we started, given the way we played in the first half, 1-1 is not the worst result. Like, that, it could have gotten ugly early in the first half, given how poorly we were playing. So we still have everything to play for. This team has goals in it. I think we just gotta get through the weekend. I care more about West Ham, sir. Europa League would be great, but West Ham and the league is where our bread is buttered, and they're not going to be easy.
Absolutely. So you're a big Modic fan as well. McTominay. Who do you blame in the attack? You blame the midfield too, or do you blame Bruno, James, Ahmad, etc.?
I'm not gonna blame individual players. I just think
not blaming, but what do you think is ailing United where we can't? So the chance creation. We'll get to the stats. You took shots on target. Manchester United 2 shots on target. 90 minutes at home playing AC Milan. You know we got a better team than them, sir. They're making more wages than them. We're at home. Why can we only get 2 shots on target? And from an attacking perspective, what do you blame? The midfield, wingers, strikers?
Sir, I wish I had all the answers. I mean, I think partly it's like we're not without a second creative player. You know, I think we were the best we looked with either Paul playing with Bruno or Donnie playing with Bruno and
Cavani
scoring, but also like it takes the burden off of Bruno, because if you just have Bruno as the only creative player on the pitch, everybody knows just mark the shit out of Bruno, and that's what they've been doing, and they're defending us really narrow, pushing us wide. You see all the bad teams in the league do basically what AC Milan did. They just looked a little bit more dangerous on the counter. So I think that's going to be huge, sir. It's like we need a Donnie back. I know Paul's leaving, but we need even a Mata would have been helpful today. Just that we don't have kind of that little tight passing ability, because I think we need some of our flair back in the game.
Totally makes sense. Match stats: 51% to United, 49% to AC Milan. Shots for Milan 15 to United 7. 2 shots on target for United compared to Milan's 5. So that's what I'm worried about. Chance creation going forward. You know, like defense. Like we're good to give up a goal every once in a while. It's a little shaky. Doesn't look great, but if you look at our clean sheets, we have gotten better as the season's gone on. But it's our attack. We've hit the skids, and we got to kick that, sir. Whether it comes from Greenwood hitting a hattie, something opening up, getting assists, some mojo, sir. We're dying for that up front, because you 2 shots on target at home. How are we going to do it at the San Siro? You know, there are no fans, but it's a tall task to go away in Europe, even on Thursday night.
No, it's the problem. We wouldn't have had a problem if we didn't see that goal. No one would give a shit. No one would be talking about chance creation. But I think it is a problem, because if you look over the last 2.5 months since the new year, it's been an issue. And I think partly it's down to the single-threadedness that we now are, reliant on our one number 10 that we have fit. And he's probably also a little tired. So I'm not trying to make excuses, but I think that is an element to it. I think people know how to line up against us. And I think the boys are a little tired. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because it only matters about the performance and the result. And we got to just look on to the weekend and about getting where's the spark coming from?
No, totally. And it's
the
also
18-year-old Mod got the goal today. And it's like, other than that, what was it?
But, you know, it's one of those things where teams know how to set up against us. Like you said, Milan knew the playbook. They played the playbook and it worked great. And so how can we break the playbook? You know, that's up to Ole. That's up to the players. And, you know, I just see slow passing, you know, again. And so it's just tempo to play up front. And like you said, where's the spark going to come from? And can it be one man? It's not, we rely on hero ball. Either it's Rashford or it's Bruno. And then Ahmad had an amazing run with Bruno. Hopefully that connection starts kicking off and you start seeing James, things open up for Dan James. That's the whole thing. Once other players start playing well, it opens up for, you know, the other side. And so I think with United, we're a little bit out of balance in attack with the injuries. And like you said, we need it at the weekend. Big game against West Ham. Sir, match reaction: when failing to win the first leg at home, Manchester United have been eliminated from 6 of their last 8 ties in European competition, most recently against Barcelona, 18-19 Champions League final, where David De Gea, he gave that one away. Milan's leveler could ended a run of 503 minutes in which Manchester United hadn't conceded in all competitions.
That's not bad. I mean, we broke it, but we were defending better.
No, we were defending better, but the
chances.
attack has been snooze, sir.
It's
It's really tough. Milan's equalizer was the first UEFA European League goal Manchester United have ever conceded in the 90th minute or later. That sucks. Amad Diallo became the youngest non-British player to score for Manchester United in a major European competition. 18 years, 243 days, netting with his first ever shot for the Red Devils. Unbelievable. And it was a behind the back header. That is, I'll tell you what. Yeah, you want to talk about Ahmad? Like I called you. I said, anyone else on the team could score that goal? Not a chance. He's the only one, sir. That's the only player I know who can score that type of header. I mean, you put Martial, Rashford,
Bruno.
James,
if Bruno passes to himself, he could score that.
Maybe Bruno. I don't
know.
Maybe
Cavani, but he might have missed it. He might have skied it over. But dude, that's a great way to make an introduction, and also, you know, give the boy time. There's a lot of promise in this team. There's also a lot of young lads like him just ready to get going.
That's a special finish from a special player.
Exactly.
And he's doing it for the first team, sir. I mean, that wasn't some U23. That was like needed a goal. And I'm going to go like unbelievable. If you just watch it again,
It's a
I
great
can watch
goal.
the replay. Bruno Fernandes has been involved in more goals in all competition than any other Premier League player since his Manchester United debut. 56 with the Portuguese player scoring 35 and assisting 21. I honestly think what we saw when our attack kind of sputtered out was Bruno losing his mojo, right? I mean, he gets the assist today, but like you said, in the prior matches, like we've been relying on him so much, sir. It's a matter of time.
And also, ever since Pogba went down, it's like made it even worse because, like I said, we're single thread in our creativity, and players know that all they got is Bruno in terms of making chances. So they stifle that, they shut that down. I think we need other people to step up, or we need players to come back from injury. That's a big one.
Sir, what do we know? We're just yammering. We're whinging. Let's listen to the manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I think you'll expect the first question. How disappointed are you by conceding that late goal in the manner that you did, and how much more difficult does that make the tie now?
Of course, we know we have to travel down there and score a goal and win the game. So, or score 2 and draw. So, of course, it makes it more difficult. Always when you concede at home, you're never happy when you do. Of course, 1 minute before full time is also a disappointing time, but that we've got to take that on the chin and just travel down there next week and go for it.
Simon Stone.
Ollie, as a former striker, just how difficult was it to execute the goal that Ahmad scored?
I think the pass was incredible. So I think the pass more or less made the goal. The keeper's position as well. So a flick on there. It's probably the only thing he can do, and he should do. So, but perfect timing, perfect little weight on the flick. So great moment for the kid.
Simon Peach.
Ollie, there's going to be a lot of focus on conceding from a set piece again. What did you make of the marking from the corner and Dean Henderson in goal for them?
Well, we dropped too deep in the box. And so the structure, there's a yard or two too deep, everyone really. And of course, you're always disappointed when you concede a goal in that manner. Simon Kjær obviously is a good player. He makes a good run. He's strong, and his marker gets blocked off, so he gets in front of him. So disappointed, but then again, that can happen. I've been part of a team that scored. In injury time in Europe myself on a set play.
Then again, that can happen, sir. What stings more, this one or Everton?
Everton, because this is the Europa League, bro. And Everton was like, we did all the hard work. You know, technically we were still in a title race then, and dropping those points against Everton, seeing Calvert-Lewin
totally.
just like grin ear to ear. I mean, they were really enjoying it. Delo was enjoying it a little too much.
Yeah,
I guess he's not coming back to United. It looks like.
What was that? And before that, he was trying to get McTominay sent off. Like
Cheeky.
Like Delo,
Cheeky's
you
playing.
gotta like slow your roll, brother. Like you're on loan from Manchester United, and to be honest, like
He might come back.
you're a United player,
Yeah.
like, and he's out there celebrating like in our face, trying to get our player sent off. Like Ronaldo did it to Rooney, but that was international, so that doesn't matter, But this is like you're on loan and you play for United, sir. Like relax a little bit, bro.
I mean, he's doing what he's got to do to win.
But celebrating a little
but
much,
he's just playing with his team. I mean, right now he's an AC Milan player. He's not thinking about Manchester United as his home team. He's thinking about he plays in Milan because that's the jersey he's playing. So,
sir.
Respect, man. Respect.
well, you think you're gonna have a guy not celebrate? You think he's gonna stand there with his arms crossed and let his 10 other players like?
Dude, it's a thing in football, where you're playing against your former team or something like that. I mean, like if there's bad blood, because you still are paid. I'm sure Eddie's paying part of his wages too, But that was a shocking thing. You wouldn't necessarily see that, right?
I would, instead of blaming Delo, I would blame Eddie Four Fingers Woodward, who structured the loan deal and made it so that they could play against each other and he could play against his former team, which is never a good idea in the first place because right? The instance you're talking about, you could have a on loan player injuring one of your other players.
No,
it's just
yeah,
like it shouldn't happen at all.
I don't know. I know in England that's very common. As far as like in Europe, I'm sure you can put that clause in. I just don't know if UEFA don't let you do that or not. But you know, hey, it was a long odds that we would play each other to low features. I thought you'd just be respect the badge, mate. Just respect, like Jose said. Looking around the other fixtures in the round of 16, sir, you love it to see it. Ajax beat Young Boys 3-0. Arsenal 3-1. Olympiacos. Tottenham 2-0. So we're starting to see Villarreal 2-0. Starting to see the teams Roma 3-0. So you're going to see if we can kick on Ajax, Arsenal, Tottenham, Roma, Villarreal. These are the teams that are really at the top that we got to be concerned about, sir. But obviously, big fixture before we advance in the Europa League. As far as odds, sir, we have dropped in the table according to 538.com. Arsenal have caught us. We both have an 18% chance to win the Europa League before the AC Milan match. I believe we were odds-on favorite, like we said at the last pod. Ajax is next 15, Tottenham 14, then Roma, and then Villarreal. So we kind of called it out. The teams that won big, they are listed as heavy favorites. Arsenal and us, neck and neck. What are you talking about? That's an insult.
Well, look at the lead they're taking into the second leg. I think it's based on that. They probably don't fancy us quite as much given the goal we shipped at the end. Numbers don't lie, baby. They just run statistics.
Yeah, I know. Those models have been proven to be wrong, sir. I hope we win. So what do you feel? You feel like we're on the edge, on a knife edge. You want to get bounced? Do you want to move on?
I always want to move on because everyone's going to, we want to
Hans
be successful.
And Franz
we want to be successful in every competition.
You don't like Hans and Franz. So
this is not Champions League. We're playing Europa League. We're playing Thursday nights, sir.
I know you got that a little. So like,
of course, this is like, let's be clear, but I don't want us to drop out of any competition. I want us to be successful. I want us to win the league. I want us to win the FA Cup, and I want us to win the Europa League, sir. But if we were to get knocked out, it's not the end of the world. This is a decent team. This isn't Molde. Right, this is AC Milan. I know they have injuries, but they still look a pretty decent side. They're second in Serie A, and we have injuries as well. So either way, I'll be happy, sir. I love this club. You can't get me down. We could lose to West Ham. We might. We probably will. You won't get me down, sir. I love this club.
Sir, on the podcast, we're going to have a special guest preview for the next AC Milan fixture. The Danish Zinedine Zidane. Our boy Freddie will be doing a breakdown on our next podcast. When we recap West Ham, we're going to preview AC Milan, and we'll have our Danish Zinedine Zidane, Freddie. Big AC Milan fan. He actually has gone to us to watch Manchester United, sir. He's a crazy Viking up in Denmark. He knows his football, sir. Like I said, he's a Danish Zinedine Zidane.
Only on American Red Devils, sir. We always like to keep it hot. And what other better way than having a proper AC Milan fan on to break down the second leg? He's going to be riding high, sir. It was a Dane that scored that goal. No, it's a small country.
No, he texted us and said you needed to bring Ahmad on. And then Ahmad comes on and he scores. He knows quite a bit, sir. He also likes to drink a few dark ales with us and go to Manchester United games. He has a lot to say about Manchester United as well. So it's not like you're going to get just a biased AC Milan fan take. He likes United. Obviously thinks he should be doing better as well. But, sir, speaking of doing better, we got a next match. That is the time to prove it. Manchester United versus West Ham, the Ammers. Sir, Old Trafford, we're back, baby. Sunday, March 14th, 11:15 a.m. Pacific, 2:15 p.m. Eastern, sir. Don't forget, daylight savings time. We're going to be losing an hour. That's going to affect the fixture schedules until the UK catches up. Make sure to check all the fixtures after the weekend. Manchester United can claim a Premier League double over West Ham for the first time since David Moyes was their manager in 13-14. That is some irony, sir. Manchester United can keep 4 consecutive league clean sheets under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for the first time ever. So that's not happening. And a visiting manager, Moyes, has never won a Premier League match at Old Trafford in 13 attempts. And sir, there's a lot of things going on here. David Moyes, the West Ham resurgence, top 4, everything to play for. Let's talk about the table. The table check. We got Man City 68 points. Whoo, nosebleed, baby.
See ya.
We got 54, Leicester City 53, Chelsea 50, and then West Ham 48. It'd be a big win for West Ham. They would go to 51. They would go to 4th. They would be 3 points behind us if we lost, sir. A draw, they go to 49. We go to 55. But we get 3 points. We keep our 4-point lead on Leicester. Pin West Ham down where they are at 48. You love to see that, sir. This is a big game. This one, you want to talk about race for top 4. 10 matches left. You got to be winning this game, sir. Like the City game gives you that boost. The 3 that we didn't think we would get. And then the West Ham, we got to be getting this one. This is the one we thought we should be getting.
And it's going to be tough. It's going to be we're going to face the same issues we face today, a team that's going to be intent to defend and then counter. I actually don't think their best player at the moment can play. So one thing in league to league, I don't think Jesse can actually feature. So that will be one thing. But dude, we know West Ham. They're no fun to play against. Mark Noble. They play dirty. They got that.
Declan Rice,
hell of a player, and they're good from set pieces. I think they scored against us in a couple of set pieces this year as well. So it's going to be a tight game, sir. We're going to have to come out hot and not give them good, easy chances because this is not a throwaway match. This is going to be a tough one.
Sir, goals for Manchester United, 55, goals against 32. West Ham, goals for 42, goals against 31. We got them on goals for. They ship goals like we do, sir. A little more than 1 a game. So if they were able to keep a clean sheet against us, that's concerning. We should be able to penetrate West Ham, figure out the tactical genius.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, sir. He's really blossoming down in London at West Ham. No, you could still tie a game and concede a shit ton of goals and score some goals too, which we obviously did against Everton. So it's going to be a big match. It never lets up. Hopefully the excuse factory is not running overtime when we break down that one.
But I'll tell you, the significance of a loss here is where you're 3 points off it, 3 points off 4th. And then you're officially in a race. We're in a race for top 4, right? With 3 points here, sir, we're still 7 off of it. That's comfort. That's
got to keep winning. We have to win.
That's comfortable.
It's a huge game.
That you lose and that's squeaky bum time. 3 points. That's it. 9 to go. 3 points, 9 to go. We're sweating it the whole way then as United fans. Then we're back in the hot seat.
Maybe.
And we got Wolves last game of the season, sir. And it's one of those things where it feels like gravity. It feels like it's inevitable that we're going to be sweating top 4 to the last game of the season.
I hope not. I certainly hope not. After everything that happened last year, hey, we're not there yet. We're not in a top 4 race. Well, come on. You're already talking like we lost the West Ham game. Should we break it down?
No, I'm just. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like that's how important a win is here. Is like you got to be these critical games where teams think they can catch you. You got to push them back, right? You can slip up or draw a team you should beat, but it's the mentality for West Ham to be able to clap back, put them in their place, sir. Lifetime versus West Ham, 68 games won, 32 drawn. We've lost 45. First time we ever played them, February 1911. We lost in the FA Cup 2-1. Coming into this match, West Ham, they lost to us in the FA Cup 5th round 1-0. They beat Sheffield United 3-0. Beat Tottenham 2-1. They lost to City, sir, 2-1 by just a goal, and then they beat Leeds United 2-0. They have a pretty good streak there.
They have a good streak there, and guess what? They didn't play midweek. They didn't play midweek. They're going to be hot. They're going to be pressing us. They are a dirty team.
Well, they played Monday, right? But they have much more rest than we do.
Monday, we played Thursday. We played Hans and Franz, sir.
No, absolutely.
It's AC Milan.
No, they're going to be well rested. They're going to be coming out. West Ham, little history. They were founded in 1895 as Thames Ironworks. That's why you see the hammers. Blowing bubbles, sir. Green Street Hooligans. Shout out. Great movie if you're looking to get into something. It's about West Ham. But, shit club, great firm. So that's what they say. A little history in 1895. The first game of what will be known as rugby league football is played in England starting in 1895. Northern Rugby Football Union was formed, sir. That's how far back West Ham go, right at the foundations of, football, rugby, what would become American football, sir. A lot of confusing names there. Soccer, association football, ASOC, soccer. You got it all. They moved to the Bowling Ground in 1904, which remained their home ground for more than a century. But the club plays at the London Stadium, having moved from their former home, the London Stadium, the Olympics, sir. It was purchased. West Ham got a deal to play there. I think it might be a license. But it's a great stadium. Beautiful. Way better than the club you would think West Ham would play at, for sure. 3 West Ham players were members of the 1966 World Cup final winning England team. Captain Bobby Moore, Geoff Hurst, and Martin Peters. Don't forget Sir Bobby Charlton, sir. The only player to win the World Cup, Ballon d'Or, and European Cup, sir. And he used to be the all-time leading scorer at Manchester United before. Waza, Wayne Rooney. I don't know, sir. Wayne Rooney breaking that goal.
I mean, who else is going to be? Absolutely, sir. A legend. What do you mean? I mean,
I just wish Charlton had it. You know, I'm just
sir,
Charlton.
You also wish Ronaldo was back. He ain't back. Rooney's the all-time goal scorer.
I mean, what a stat. World Cup, Ballon d'Or,
no respect.
European Cup.
He doesn't get nearly enough respect in the global game as he should. And
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Even from United fans, because Best gets, and Law, for good reason, but like Best gets a lot of
You see that comb over he was doing it with? Are you kidding me,
playing
bro?
that well.
You kidding me, bro?
Playing that well. I think it was the comb over that did him in.
Dude, that's called style, bro. Players will be rocking that in 20 years. The club, West Ham has a long-standing rivalry with Millwall, sir. You've been to a few games in Millwall.
Charmers.
And
lovely people.
And the fixture between the two teams has gained notoriety for frequent incidents of fan violence and football hooliganism, which is featured in the movie Green Street Hooligans, sir. Let's check in with the physio room that Manchester United's injury. Sir, this list is getting long. You got to help me through it. Paul Pogba, he's out, could return for West Ham, but again, I haven't heard any comment from Ole. I think the pre-match presser from Ole Saturday will give you a lot of updates here. That will be critical to look out for. Check it on Twitter or on YouTube whenever it's posted. Rashford, he didn't train, normally very optimistic, but think he's out tomorrow night, which was tonight. And he's a doubt for the weekend. Again, it was an ankle injury, wasn't the hammy like I thought, and it wasn't as bad as we thought. So that's great news on Marcus Rashford for maybe 2 to 3 weeks. For him to come back for West Ham, I think that'd be pretty early. Mata, no return date. De Gea, he had the baby, no return date. Cavani, no return date, and then some chatter. We'll get to that a little later. Donny van de Beek, no return date. Jesus. Martial, no return date. Phil Jones,
where are you?
Phil Jones, where are you at, Philly?
Who are you? Who are you? It's a long injury list. You know, it's a long injury. All of a sudden, we have a massive injury list.
This is, when I talk about, like, I see these points as droppable. I see the top 4 race tightening. I see the injury list lengthening. I've just got 9 games. Come on.
Well, it's like we have to win against West Ham because we dropped all his points. We should have a nice cushion and be chasing City.
I can't do it, sir. I can't do it.
Let's play the
my
game.
doctor.
If we lose against West Ham, if Moyes pips us, which he
isn't
might.
this game worth a lot? Because, sir, the blood pressure meds, I already upped them.
So you're going to need more.
My doctor's going to sit and advise me.
He's like, stop watching Manchester United.
Roy Keane said it.
He's not wrong.
Watching this club is bad for your health, sir. It's going to be tight. This is going to be, I'm waiting for the game where we just show up and just boss them around the pitch and win 4-0, like easy all day.
I mean, we played really well against City, dude. Beat the best team in the league, one of the best teams in Europe. So problem is we can't keep that going every 3 days with the same 11, which is basically what we're resulting to now because we have so many injuries. Who we got left?
Phil Jones, baby.
He can't even play. He's on the injury list.
Lee Grant. All right, sir. Given those injuries, what is your lineup?
Here we go. We got Dino and net. I got a back 4, AWB, Lindelof, Maguire, and Shaw. I'm going to do Fred, McTominay, Bruno, Dan James, Greenwood, and Martial is hurt. So I'm going to do Amad Diallo. You're starting. Let's go. West Ham, baby.
Sir, I got Dino in net, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'm going to do Bailly, Maguire, Shaw. I'm going to do Fred, McTominay, Bruno, James, Greenwood, and Ahmad. Like you said, not a lot of rotation there. I just put Bailly in. That's got to be the lineup. Who else can he put in? Cavani's,
I don't even know if Cavani is training. He doesn't have a lot of options, sir. Amad Diallo is only 18 years old, and he probably wouldn't be starting unless he got that unbelievable goal that he did.
No, I think the goal gets him the start. I think you're right, and I think it's just one of those where, hey, next man up. That's the way we're playing. Look, booking the bookies. Manchester United still favorite, -120 coming into the game. The draw +250. West Ham to win +350, sir. I mean, if you're looking at the odds, that +350. As a neutral, just saying that one has solid weight behind it. So we might be getting some texts from the Chelsea fan. He's betting West Ham.
Well, they're on a run. Yeah, they're feeling fine. They don't even worry about their old manager. I'm not worried about Chelsea fans, sir. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd have other things to worry about.
No, but I think you're right. Where I might just the setup of this match makes me nervous. But just the fact that Moyes bottles it when he comes to Old Trafford, that's the confidence you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, usually there's fans
Lingard, there. Lingard can't play. That's big. Moisey always bottles it, and somehow we'll pip them. Just save me the 0-0.
But I might call 0-0. They're going to sit back and counter us. You know what to expect. It's going to be tough goings. Get your blood pressure medicine upped up now.
Double dose, sir. Given those are the odds, what is your score prediction for this match?
Sir, I hate to do it. 1-1, a draw, and everyone's going to be furious.
Really?
Yeah, I'm calling it.
Really?
Yeah, really.
1-1?
Sir, have you seen this team play?
I say 4-1 United.
There you go.
Come out strong, beat them up, sir. I always think this team is just waiting for a big game. This is a big game, and it's at home. I just need to see, sir, up-tempo, attack, chance creation, exciting. That's the one thing that just the bore, there's nothing doing going forward, side to side, slow, nothing. It's like I need attack, exciting, chances. Like that's what it's about, sir.
Yeah,
when I was watching,
me both, bro.
sir, a great article, americanreddevils.com, the top 5 Italian opposition matches. I was watching the YouTube videos, like so exciting. Just like that's what we fell in love with this club. And it's like we had the lull under LVG, and for some reason we're feeling that lull now. It's almost like LVG-esque, this attacking lull for United, but it just back in the day, it was just back and forth, so exciting. You give one to get one, end to end, just like, sir.
So what's worse, the excuse factory or the nostalgia factory? Yeah, I know.
Okay.
We used to stack leagues, bro.
That's why
we did 3 in a row twice. No one else has ever done. It's like,
sir, that's when we became a fan. We became a
nostalgia.
fan.
Get that nostalgia gram up and like, yeah, remember going to Moscow, baby?
Okay, yes, you're right. You are the chief executive officer of the excuse factory.
Yes,
I'm the chief executive officer of nostalgia. But the problem is, this club, this badge, what it means to us is the nostalgia, sir. It's about how we used to play, the way we played, the players, and it's just like you gotta, it's just tough to watch. Sometimes it's just tough.
Sir, I was watching that game today. But like, this is brutal. I mean, I was watching that game today. It's brutal. It is brutal at times. But you know what? We love this club. And it's only Manchester United for us. So good, bad, ugly, whether it's Champions League nights or League One or Hans and Franz in Europa League. So I don't mind whatever it is. This team is, dude, it's a long con, bro. It's going to be a slow burn given so it's kind of news talking about what our wonderful owners are doing. I mean, geez. You couldn't hate the Glazers anymore.
United in the news, sir. Glazers, shenanigans, Eddie Woodward all over this one. We're going to start off here a little slow. Manchester United appoint club's first director of football and technical director, sir. Unbelievable. John Murtaugh is the club's new director of football. Who the hell is he? Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. Speaking of David Moyes, sir, he was brought along with David Moyes.
So a little background on John Murtaugh. Came in with David Moyes. He's been doing a mix of academy. He helped set up the women's team, recruiting Hannibal, sort of piecemeal in the football operations of Manchester United. And you know what? Ed Woodward says, hey, this guy, instead of going out and trying to get the best talent in the world who can go out and help us acquire and build the best team for success at Manchester United, I'm going to just hire a guy inside, give him a big title, have him, the job is really unclear on what he's going to be doing because
Woodward's still in charge.
Sir, we get Sky Sports. I was watching Sky Sports. I forget the lead Manchester United reporter on Sky said this is not a traditional European director of football role. This is a director of football role for Manchester United.
So in name only.
So basically,
just a title.
So he can't like shit on United because he gets access to the club from Sky, but he is saying, hey, for everyone thinking this is director of football like everywhere else, like RB Leipzig, like how it's actually done, like it is done in the EPL at all the big clubs, it is not. It is not at all. The main reason being is the way the traditional director of football role works is they work together with the CEO. The CEO says, hey, this is the money you have. Then he gets to go spend that money however he sees fit. He negotiates all the deals. He pens all the deals, right? That's how a director of football, he's the CEO of the football team. He is given a budget and he spends that budget as he sees fit. His success is determined by him trading players, bringing in the squad, working with the coach, etc. Murtaugh is more going to be kind of like a chief scout. He's going to be the contact for people who want to do transfers with United. The chief negotiator is going to be Ed Woodward's right-hand man, Matt Judge. That's why nothing's going to change. The amount of money, the players who are going to be bought are going to be determined by Ed Woodward and Judge. The budget will be completely determined by them. So it's not like Murtaugh can just say, hey, I got a great deal for player X. I'm going to sell him for 50 and then I'm going to bring somebody in, and he doesn't have autonomy to really move players. Like, you want to talk about a GM in football, the GM is above the coach and he makes all the moves. The coach kind of has to deal with that. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is ahead of Murtaugh in the pecking order. Murtaugh is able to get bids, talk to players, work with the scouts, tell Ole who's available. Then Ole will say who he wants. Then Ed Woodward and Judge will go negotiate the deals.
So nothing changes.
Exactly.
We didn't get a director of football. Murtaugh's already been kind of overseeing a lot of the people in the academy and the transition of players from the academy to the first team. But we didn't get, he hasn't been gifted any more power than he probably had a week before this was announced. So this is basically an Eddie special, right? Because this summer we're going to have zero money to spend. Zero. The Glazers are taking more money out without putting anything into the actual club. So this is the scapegoat. He's basically building the scapegoat for the summer when we don't get nothing. We're signing Troy Deeney. Everyone's going to blame Murtaugh, and Ed Woodward's going to be sitting back and just laughing because he knows this is all he's doing. He's creating a scapegoat.
No, totally. And so you could say smoke screening, Sarah, but first of all, I think Murtaugh is good at his job. Apparently he was integral in helping Hannibal come to the club. But what was described of his role is he's going to be selling Manchester United to players. He's going to be taking calls from agents who have interest in coming to United. So he's going to be sort of the point man, but really behind the scenes, Eddie is going to be, there's going to be no change. So maybe Ed Woodward could step back in the future, right, if he sees him doing a good job. So I'm going to root for Murtaugh in this role, but I just don't get it twisted. This isn't like we went out and hired the best director of football in Europe and we're going to give him money and he's going to go actually work with Ole to build a team to go win title after title after title, win 3 in a row. Again, that is not what's happening. That's the crime, because often with the Glazers, you're just getting smoke. It's just a bunch of titles and bullshit, and they're not really going to invest in this team. Because at the end of the day, it's a checkbook for them, sir. It really is, and we'll get to that in detail a little later. But it's really sad to see the greatest team in world football not set the standards. Because when you look for a higher director of football, you set the standards with the best. The best of the best should be at United. The best of the best should be challenging each other at United. And without leadership that's competent, understands how to be successful, under Ed Woodward, the fucking clown, we're never going to be successful because he's just pull smokescreen bullshit like this.
Yeah, I had no problem with Murtaugh because at the end of the day, we did hire Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We didn't go out and get the best manager available. We got the right manager for us right now. The problem is he's not an actual director of football. He's like you said, chief scout. I mean, it's probably a little bit better than that, but the director of football is supposed to be overseeing all football operations first and foremost. And he's given a number and then he brings them in and out. And it's nothing's changing.
Full autonomy.
Woodward's still in charge and Matt Judge is still negotiating all the deals that have been terrible deals. So nothing's changing. It's just, we're going to have another scapegoat, another guy to throw in front of the firing squad for Ed Woodward and the Glazers. Because it's all about cash grab for them. It's, I hate to say that
it's third sad,
news story.
Dude.
The
it's
third
sad.
news story when we talk about Cavani, sir, it's so bad. What they're doing to this club is shameful.
But this one is sad. For me, this is sad just because it's I want to be excited as a fan, and it's just I just know what they're doing. I just know what Eddie's doing. But look, Darren Fletcher, technical director, great. Not sure what that means.
Sure. Sure. Whatever.
He's going to coach with Eddie this year. That may be what he does. Technical director title. Then, but I do like the idea that Fletcher's involved and Murtaugh has academy roots. I do like that part of it. So if there was a positive, that was mine. Look, next bit of news here. Cavani, his father, he says his son's unhappy at United, wants Boca Juniors move. Edison Cavani wants to return to South America. According to his dad, he scored 7 goals, 25 games. He's been sidelined with injury. What do you make of this? There's smoke, there's fire, sir. It's his dad. He's probably in Manchester with him being we got to get out of here. This is one of those things where you go to Paris, one thing, you go to Manchester, You spend a winter in Manchester, and you're from you're Uruguay.
Yeah, you can't travel the same way. It's COVID. You got like the FA banned them for what we'll call a misunderstanding between friends on Instagram. So what is it about South American players just feeling unhappy at Manchester United? This is like...
So there's no sun.
I get it, but
They're from South America.
I know, but you know that going to England.
South America,
you know that. I've been to England. I know that. Yeah, I understand that, sir. But they get paid a shit ton of money. Fucking, what's his name? Alexis Sanchez showed up on day one getting paid $500,000 a week, and he's like, I was unhappy from the get go. I get it, but he was used to Arsenal, so he couldn't have been that unhappy. But all I'm saying is, I get what's next, Troy Deeney? Because we're not signing Holland. We're not splunking money for a big... We're going to have to find another free agent.
Okay, here's the crazy part about this is like clearly Cavani wants to leave and wants to go home, right? This is just like, hey, I played European football long enough. I just want to go home. Like there's got to be benefits. Or I imagine in your career, like you want to go play back home. And apparently the FA ban really pissed him off. And that kind of started out on a bad foot, similar like Di Maria's house got robbed. Unfortunate circumstances where you just like can't get over it, and maybe he's sensitive, sir. I don't know. I thought Cavani looks like on the pitch. It looks like he wants to be here, but the problem is United really want to extend his deal, and Cavani isn't going to want to
because we don't. Because Eddie doesn't want to go out and sign somebody. He knows this will do. He'll play half the games, right? Because he's going to be injured the other half. And I I went my rant on deadline day, partly because, hey, he missed half the games because he's been injured, but also because, like, it's an Eddie special. And he's just like, well, I'll just punt the fact that we need to sign a striker by just re-signing Cavani again because that's easy. It's easy for him to do. So it's actually better if he leaves because he wants to leave anyway. And it puts the onus back on now Murtaugh, that poor bastard. Seriously, holy shit. Because about the story we're about to talk about, sir, it's like you're working for these people. You are working for these people. You are fucked.
No, and that's...
Sorry, sir. I buried the lead, but it's like I can't believe this happened. This broke right before we were about to do the pod.
No, this is breaking news, sir. Filing came in after close of the market today. Avram Glazer cashing in on 5 million of Class A shares. This is insane. Avram Glazer, right? So each of the Glazers, they have Class B shares, they have Class A shares. There's about, I think, 120 million Class B shares split evenly. Each Glazer has 20 million shares, which is about $500 million between them. So you can imagine 6 Glazers, $3 billion the valuation. They each got $500 million, and you can convert your Class A shares into Class B shares into Class A and sell them on the New York Stock Exchange. So when you and me buy it, it's Class A. When the Glazers have them, they're Class B. That has all the voting rights, all the power, control of the club. It's structured insane. If you want to learn more about how they structure the equity at United just to make sure the club is screwed, go to americanreddevils.com, read my article, or go to our Twitter. I just tweeted it out. It breaks it down on how it was set up. This is basically a cash grab. And so the whole point of how they set up the shares, which I wrote that article, they can convert the shares at any time and sell them on the market, sir. That's what Avram Glazer is doing. We call this a secondary offering on Wall Street. And what that means is that he's basically selling his personal shares and the money's going to go straight into his checkbook. What's insane is the stock has actually run up because everyone's anticipating everything reopening. So Manchester United stock kind of popped. And usually when stocks pop, these types of secondary offerings come. But usually it might be Manchester United being like, hey, we have a lot of debt. Let's raise 300 million,
right?
Put 150 to pay down the debt, and then go out in the transfer market and invest in our club 150. Instead, the Glazers see the stock go up, and they're going to be like, no, I'm going to take the 100 million out for myself. So this is an opportunistic cash grab. And what's amazing is if you're a shareholder of Manchester United, the pop in the stock just got cut because he's diluting your stock right now, basically. Which is absolutely insane. Think about this. $530 million in debt. We put on another $60 million in debt from the revolver in Q2. That's December. Wait till we hear about the March financials. There's going to be more debt. We're up to our eyeballs in debt, interest payments, dividends. The club is dying for cash. We're not going to have any to spend, sir. We talked about we owe $200 million in the next 12 months. In 2021, Manchester United are $200 million in debt due.
This year, just this
and we
year.
have $80 million in cash. And what are they going to do? They're going to take more money out of the club. They're going to put more debt on it. So everyone thinking that we're going to get Haaland and Sancho and all that clickbait bullshit online, remember the headlines. Remember this right here. Taking money out of our club. Again, this type of deal could be done to benefit United. And again, it's only done to benefit the Glazers. They've already pulled out about $400 million in the equity market to themselves already. They've already pulled out tons of money out of the club in dividends and interest payments. And all we're doing, this is just like a dead carcass feeding them, sir. And at the end of the day is just fucking sell the club. Like, these motherfuckers just sell the club.
They're shameless.
Like,
They're fucking,
why do you need to train wreck this into the ground and just like feed off the dying corpse that is
because
the greatest club of all time?
They're like greed.
Just sell the fucking club.
They are so greedy. Like
Just
they
sell it.
unfortunately
just sell it. You'll get paid.
I get it, but they're bad people, bro. The Glazers are bad people because normally you do not run a business this way. It's like it's not sustainable in the long term. It's also, this club means so much to so many people, and they just have no fun. They don't give a shit, bro.
Dude, Old Trafford's leaking.
I know, bro.
Like, COVID could have been a perfect time to fix it, right? You understand? Like, COVID could have been a great time to fix the stadium, do a lot of things. I thought they were going to do a big equity raise. I thought that was the out, right? Essentially, like, they sell their stock, they raise a ton of money, they pay down some debt, they get the capital structure in line, and then they go out and invest in the team. I thought they could do that because that's the benefit of being public. But instead, it's all for their benefit. And when is it going to stop, right? It can be for your benefit, but also invest in the team, fix the stadium, don't have an insane amount of debt on the club that is going to just like cripple it as an entity in and of itself. And that's what the whole thing, Ed Woodward, comes back to. This is the same bullshit you're going to get from the Glazers, and that's why you didn't get a real director of football. We're not going to pay anyone, and you can't hire anyone if you don't got any money to spend, because everyone who works in this organization is pretty much hamstrung by Eddie Woodward and the shots called by the Glazers, and everyone there knows it. You can listen to the conference call on our YouTube. Dude, they're like hostages held. Everyone loves United, but they're working for this terrible ownership that's killing the club, and they all know it.
No, they're a cancer, bro. They're like a parasite. They're not enough now. They're a leech. They're just everything wrong with football. This deal should have never been allowed to happen. They should never have been able to LBO Manchester United, the greatest club in the history of the world. And now they're really just adding insult to injury. This club was like, we're on the ropes, bro. We are broke. We are broke as a joke. We don't have the money to pay what we owe this year. And now he's just like, wake up, no, get out, get more out. They're pulling cash off the table. Well, the stock market's like never been higher, and they're just like, sir, they're not. It's unbelievable. Like greed, the greed of this family has no limits.
Hey, just remember the summer. Hey, you don't have to believe us.
It's going to be a long fucking summer. It's going to be such a long summer, sir.
Remember that Avram Glazer just withdrew a Haaland for his own personal checkbook. Like
Sancho. Yeah.
A Haaland or a Sancho, he just took it out. And
they took a dividend in January.
No, they didn't stop taking their dividends, right?
Dude, it's unbelievable.
Sir, we can
get
go
worse
on.
every day.
So we can go on forever about the Glazers. But hey, green and gold till the club is sold. We have a $9.99 sale, americanreddevils.com. Click on store. We got the Avram Glazer clown nose t-shirt, $9.99, sir. And the scarf as well. Never a better time to wear the Avram Glazer clown nose shirt than when he took out $100 million, sir. That's Haaland, baby. I want Haaland. I don't want Avram Glazer on a yacht.
They got some balls. They already have a yacht, bro. It's like they've been doing just fine. So this is just like because they can.
Sir, fan questions. Let's get into it, sir. At Jamal Mota. Sirs, it's 75 degrees in Jersey. I was outside in the sun watching the game, happy as a clam. Were we playing well? No. But were we going to win? Wait, nope. Dumb mistake, poor game after Boston City. There's work to do in Madrid, but I feel up for it. Don't let it ruin your day, sir.
We played in Madrid. Are we not allowed to go to Italy? We'll find out when we break down the match with Freddie. Maybe
I thought it was San Siro. I thought we were going to San Siro.
So did I. Maybe Jamal knows something we don't know. But either way, I wish it was 75 here today. That sounds pretty nice. Woke up raining.
Isn't it funny that we couldn't go to Spain, so then we had to go to Italy, and then we can't go to Italy, so we're going to go to Spain?
Sorry, I can't even keep track anymore.
At IC1, quote, the entire game was shit. I'm sorry. Outside of Ahmad's goal, it was pure shit. I mean, it's
basically.
Oh, sir, going forward, dude, that's tough. It's a tough watch. I think, Gary Neville said it best. You can lose at being the manager of Manchester United, but you can't play boring football. That's the one thing fans won't put up with. At Odell Red Devil, quote, such a disappointment that Ahmad's goal did not being the winner. Great effort from him, though, the whole second half. Need to do something about set-piece defending. Cannot start that slow anymore. It has to stop. Totally agree. At Glazers Out FC, love that.
There you go.
Quote, watching this team is not good for your health, sir. Wow.
It's true.
Sir, we were winning.
And then we weren't.
And then we weren't. This is salty. Need at Burkett Mets. He gives us that glass half full. Quote, went from flying high at 1-0 to ruining the Maguire and James chances. So happy for Ahmad, but it should have been enough to win. The tie isn't done yet. Let's take care of business against West Ham and then head to Milan with goal-scoring intent. That's what we're dying for.
We are dying for some goals because you know what? You can concede one if you score 4 or 3. And we know we have goals in it. I just think this team is beat, broke down. Could have used more reinforcements in January. Didn't get them. Could have used more in the summer. Didn't get them. It's going to go down to the very wire, that Wolves game. So you're right. We've been playing for 4th place.
At Rolling in the Deep 1995, quote, it generally pisses me off when I see Ole smiling at full time, no intent or desire, and at the end we slip up. Macic let his man free, and the rest of our defense just froze on that corner. James and Maguire's misses hit even worse now. As of now, we're behind in the tie, sir. I mean, what do you make of the whole Ole's attitude after the game? I think it pisses him off, but he can only laugh.
What are you going to do? It's like, you had a result of putting in an 18-year-old that wasn't even your first choice, bro. It's like he thought he was getting Sancho. He got Amad Diallo. Hey, got the goal today, but we got no options. We're talking about like a depleted side. Hey, top 4 race.
At Bilkstro, quote, this is exactly what happens and the karma you deserve when you play 5 at the back with 3 defensive midfielders with 15 minutes left at home trying to preserve a 1-0. Then the man has the audacity to be smiling like that after the whistle blows. How do you support this?
I didn't see him smiling. It's really pissing people off, apparently, sir.
No, it's kind of that. I've seen him piss after games. I've seen him smiling after games. Kind of, it's just almost like we wish. Here's the thing: Roy Keane could be our coach, but he would do a worse job than Ole.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
So like
you can mean mug all you want.
You can yell at players, but in the 2021 game, Ole, Mr. Nice Guy, seems to be working. But I do agree. There's no doubt about it. It's been a slide going forward for the last 8 games. Scoring goals has been tough as nails, sir. It's been like pulling teeth, and I think that's hard for Ole. I think it's hard for this team, and then conceding these type of goals, sir. Just at Davey T _, quote, firstly, Ahmad. Second, insane to take Bruno off. He would have pushed him forward onto West Ham. He needs a rest, right?
He needs a rest. I was like, thank God, take him off. Because they do need a rest. These players cannot play this many games.
Hey, look, it's only like Ty's got a great point here. At Ty Kircher, all to do in the second leg, bring the grit and mentality, roll up the sleeves onto West Ham, sir. Hashtag glory, glory, Man United, sir. I think that's a great tweet to end on.
Yeah, no whinging. Let's look forward to the next one and bash them.
Look, if we lost the tie on that header, that would sting much more, right? The fact that it's the first leg, we just beat City, we got a big West Ham game. It's one of those where it's kind of I'm going to hold judgment until I see West Ham. Like if we play like shit against West Ham and then we get bounced by AC Milan, yeah, I'm going to be in a completely different mood. But if somehow we turn it around and then we're able to go through, then no one's going to remember this if we're playing in a final, sir, in May.
We got to get there. But now we know what we got to do. We got to go down and score goals. And that's, I don't mind being in that position because at least we're going to go out with intent because we have to.
Sir, that's the podcast. We can't wait to have Freddie on. We'll be taped the interview Saturday. We'll do the pod Sunday. We'll play it. Sir, it'll be great to have the AC Milan, the famous Dane. He's bald like Zinedine Zidane. He's got style like Zinedine Zidane. So he played at high levels of Danish football. He knows his stuff. He'll be teaching the American Red Devils a thing or two with that funny Danish accent.
He did 7 hours in Bishop's Blaze on his feet singing Ola's at the Wheel with us before the PSG game. So he may be an AC Milan fan, but I think in his heart of hearts, he's a Manc.
No. When he's hanging out with you and me, he's a United fan. We have that kind of, we're very infectious with that.
Enthusiasm, maybe. It's contagious.
Sir, what a podcast. If you like the American Red Devils, we are for fans, by fans. You want to support us, check us out on Patreon, www.patreon.com/American Red Devils. Sir, check out our blog. I mentioned that Glazers blog. I mentioned all the different great content we have. We have the top 5 derbies, top 5 Italian matches. Sir, watching the highlights, nostalgia machine running hot. Visit our website, www.americanreddevils.com. We're putting a lot into that fan content online. Check out our store while you're there. Write a review on iTunes, sir. Am I missing anything?
You're not missing anything. We got some special downloads this week, sir. It is all about the fans keeping the lights on, and we appreciate people like you. Should we hit the top 10, sir?
It was a big week post-Derby. When you have a Derby win like that, the pod feels it. The pod feels the wind in our sails, and then you get this AC Milan match. It's like,
welcome to Manchester United.
Hey, but if you're listening, you're the hardest of hardcore, I'll tell you.
No doubt. No doubt. Would have been worse if we lost. But, sir, let's give you that list. Number 1, how you doing? Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Number 2, Charlottesville, Virginia. Newark, California. Chino, California. Sir, keep us going.
Hallsville, Missouri. San Francisco, California. Bay Area. Shout out. Chicago, Illinois. Charlotte, North Carolina. El Trafico, Los Angeles, California. And Atlanta, sir. Freedom Forward list. Dublin, Ireland, you're way down. Dublin, pick it up. Dark Ales, come on.
Americans were excited about the city win. You can't blame them, sir. El Trafico. Atlanta knows a little thing about traffic as well, sir. They might have to be called El Trafico too.
Sir, that's for LA. Are you kidding me? They have a derby named El Trafico in the MLS. Look, it's been a hell of a week. Hell of a pod, sir. The Glazers, we got to keep them. Sir, the one thing about being a fan of this club, you can't take your eye off the ball, right? Everyone wants to slate Ole, etc. Debate, fight each other about director of football. No one's arguing about Murtaugh, or everyone's just arguing about, like, when is Manchester United going to be run the way it should? When is it going to get the respect it should? When is Old Trafford, the hallowed ground, going to get the construction upgrade it should? When are we going to get the investment in the club that's way overdue, sir? That is when we get new owners. We got to get the Glazers out. When we were watching the highlights of David Beckham coming back to Old Trafford and all the fans are wearing green and gold, I hope after this summer, all the bullshit we put up with, fans get on it and we're all wearing the green and gold again, because we need to band together, sir. It's fine they own it. It's fine they're bleeding us dry, sir. It's legal. They're not committing human rights violations like other owners. But you got to hold them to task, sir. You got to protest them. We have to make our voices known. We can't take our eye off the ball. It's unbelievable how they're treating our club.
That's why you got to pick up a scarf at americanreddevils.com, sir. $9.99 is the best deal in town. And you know what? I know we won't. That's the problem. Is like the United fans, because it's
did
been
it
too
once.
long.
We'll do it again.
It was 2011. That was like when people knew. Now it's like they've been around forever. You know, you get used to it. It's like that frog in the boiling pot, sir.
So what am I?
We're delusional. That's why we got the nostalgia machine running overtime, sir. We've got 2 machines now.
No, so we're coming through the financials. We're trying to tell fans that they're stealing they're like, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. And sir, when fans, I totally disagree about one thing. Fans are going to wake up when they see this summer. When they see this summer, they see what Ed Woodward tries to, the shit he puts on paper and tries to sell you when he tells you that bullshit that, we got elite players, et cetera, with no Haaland, no Sancho. I think fans are going to go nuts if we don't get either one of Haaland or Sancho. Like, by hook or by crook, it's got to happen in the financials. Sir, it can be done. Imagine, and Paul P's going to go?
Dude, we're like,
it's going to be like,
we're in trouble.
Martial? What's going to happen? Sir, De Gea? Like, oh my God. Sir, this summer is big. I mean, we got a lot to do before then, but thinking forward to summer. But, sir, we could go on all day. I could keep this guy here all night. As always.
Kicking a blue.